guys, welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. Today I'm going to be doing the news video on my Mop Remix character, mainly because that's the character I've been on, I would say, the most this week. And it's been a while since we've seen her transmog, so we can show off her transmog here. So here we go. I have her in green. She's been like this since the beginning. Yeah, I haven't changed her transmog. But yeah. So I really like this weapon. Yeah, the detail on it is just kick-ass. I love it. So yeah, this is actually gonna be my new druid farmer. I was thinking about it the other day, as many of you guys that watch my streams might know that I've been very frustrated over, I would say probably at least 5 years now, transmog farming on my main character, which is my main druid, of course. And the reason is because Blizzard refuses to give us any extra inventory space. When they finally do, it's like a couple of spots. And I transmog farm on a 20-year character that has quite a collection. The void storage is full, my bank is full, my bags are always full. Yeah, so since this is a newish character with pretty much empty bags, and it'll be a lot more emptier once Remix ends, because then I'll toss all the gems and, you know, yeah, I'll be tossing a bunch of stuff off her. So, so she's gonna be my new transmog farmer for, you know, because I like farming on my druid, right? It's, you know, it's not that, you know, obviously warbands is a thing. I'm not strictly going after leather here. But I do like being on my druid, so this is gonna kinda, she's gonna be Shadow Myst. For those that are new, Shadow Myst is my main druid's name. She is gonna be Shadow Myst's clone, more or less. The only difference is she does look different, but yeah, so that's what I've decided with her. That way I can still enjoy transmog farming and not be so frustrated. I am a person that doesn't really want to transmog farm on the alts. I know a lot of people don't understand my logic, so I don't know if I should go into the explanation of it. But let's just say, if I didn't feel a need for alts, I'd probably be a one-character player. Like, I wouldn't even have other alts yet. And for this week's events, we, of course, have the second week of the pre-patch showing up. So this is the week that you can do the event. The event's called Radiant Echoes. And the reason would be, there's 2 mounts. One is Horde, one is Alliance. So those are the mounts that you can get. There's also 3 pets you can collect. And there's a 32 slot bag, which is a regular bag, like you put whatever in it. And then there's also a 30 slot reagent bag. There's a ring you can collect that you will turn into a heirloom ring. And then the rest is basically just catch-up gear / transmogs. Overall, it feels pretty minimal, which is fine with me. You know, there's other stuff going on, other stuff I need to still do, so I'm okay with a little mini event. But yeah, all in all, the thing that would keep you in there would be the transmogs. Everything else will be completed very quickly. I like collecting my transmogs, but I know that there's a lot of people that's kind of when they stop. They get their mounts, the pets, and then, you know, if they've got other things they want to do, then they push transmogs to the side type deal. So yeah. We also still have Mop Remix going on, so we are about to approach the month that's gonna end. But you do still have almost a month. It's a little less than a month now. and they'll end on August 19th. Mythics is the weekly. The PvP brawl this week is Deep 6. A Trial of Style will be back this week, so that will show up on Thursday, and that lasts a week, so you'll have it until August 8th. And also on Thursday, because Thursday is August 1st, we will have a new trading post as well. And that is the weekly event, so a lot going on this week, actually. Yeah, there's a good chunk. I'm hoping there'll be some new things in Trial of Style. At the time of doing this video, though, there's nothing been mentioned as far as new stuff, so it'll be, you know, there was some new stuff the last time Trial of Style came in, so if you've missed a bit of Trial of Style, you might notice some new things, but if you've been keeping up, so far, nothing new. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we are technically floating right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the news. So starting with some current retail news. The pre-patch for week 1 was kind of one of the worst I've seen in a long time. And I've been playing the game consistently since 2004. There's been some bad patches, some bad expansions as far as, you know, the first days go. And this one definitely tops it. Yeah. The game was down pretty much all of the first day. I remember I had told stream I would possibly play it. I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna stream that day because the heat, right? So I hadn't given a confirmed answer, but then I went into the community tab and I said I would play it. Servers were supposed to go up at 3 p.m. Pacific. They had kept extending every hour. Actually, it got to the point where they started extending by 2 hours. And yeah, I was totally willing to play it that first initial day. But then they had extended it again for 9 p.m. Pacific, which is 10 p.m. my time. And you know, if I didn't have other obligations, I would have no problem going live at almost midnight. But I did have other obligations, so I just called it and we did our pre-patch stream on the Wednesday. So because of that, and this came as a shock to me because this is something Blizzard has never done for their customers, but NA accounts are being compensated for that day. Since it was down pretty much all of that day, no one could really play unless you played late at night, right? So the compensation is just 1 day of gameplay. They're just compensating for what you wouldn't have been able to play. I think this is well, to be fair, I could care less about it, but I think it is a good thing to do. It's a nice little positive for the people who might have gotten really upset over this. Me, I have never cared. I've been playing the game for 20 years. I know how these things go. And also, when I sub to play World of Warcraft, I'm not expecting that. Like, for the most part, I am in there every day, but the thing is, like, $20 for 30 days of game time on average. You know, some months are more and some are less, but on average, that's a really good. That's less than $1 a day. You know, I'm not expecting that I'm even gonna take advantage of all those days. I just do because, you know, I love my WoW. But, you know, there was like, well, last month, honestly, I barely played last month. Yeah, last month would be a great example. I more or less logged in to do the news videos, and I took pretty much I would say in my world, that was a major break, because I'm always on, right? So yeah, I had taken a break to play other games. It also was super hot, so I didn't want to be in the computer room. So yeah, I would think that's probably more the reason. And yeah, so for me, that kind of stuff doesn't really matter, but I think it is a very good compensation to give to the people that would have been pretty pissed. Because trust me, people are always pissed. They extend for an hour and people are bitching, right? So if they do all night, yeah. But in my defense, I did warn you guys last week's video. I did say if you're thinking of calling in, don't. So I did my job. So yeah. Next up in news, the Cosmic Weapon Cache. So that is on sale. This is a bunch of weapons that are from the trading post. So it's $12 US, and it's on sale till August 30th. This next piece of news, it's not something people have been talking about this week. It's just something I discovered. Sometimes some of the news I put in the videos has to do with some of the stuff that that I'm confronted with through my videos myself, off of comments and stuff. And recently, I had a commenter on my Dusklight Razorwing video. Now, Dusklight Razorwing is a mount that I grabbed in Shadowlands, and I did the guide for it in Shadowlands. So I haven't really been back, but for those that don't have it or you're going after it, it became clear to me this past week that that's bugged. So I went in after the pre-patch showed up to see if maybe the pre-patch would unbug it. It's still bugged. So basically, you know, yeah, because a lot of the time I'll do my research, because like it wouldn't be the first time a commenter goes onto like a video I did and be like, oh no, you can't do this, this is bugged, and then I go do it all over again, and yeah, it's not bugged, you're just an idiot, you know. So whenever I get comments like that, I do my research to see if it is actually bugged, mainly because I don't want other people watching the video to think it's bugged when it's not. So I did my research on this one, and it is indeed bugged. It's been bugged for quite a while. Pretty much every comment on the video that would be during the Dragonflight era talks about how it's bugged. And it's, you know, this is something that no news outlets have been reporting on, or else I would have reported on it, because a lot of the news I do is like the major news that, you know, everyone's talking about, right? So this is one that's gone under the radar, and who knows when it would get fixed. But I just thought I would, you know, shed some light on that if you are going after that mount and, you know, you're following my video, that video is accurate. But it does seem to be bugged at the moment, and yeah. Basically, what a lot of people have been saying is that they've returned the eggs, and they don't get the mount for it. Also, if you're using handy notes, it's been reported that it says 0 out of 10 when you're doing the egg part, so yeah, hopefully that's one they'll just fix soon. In addition to the Dragonflight Awakened raids, so there is a permanent 50% buff to all the Dragonflight reps. And just an added note in case you didn't know, they are all now awakened, so you can do all of them now without waiting. On the topic of raids, after the pre-patch showed up, we did discover that the Shadowlands and the BFA legacy raids are quite a bit harder with the pre-patch. That is unintended. It happens every single major pre-patch before the next expansion. Yeah, they always fuck up the tuning. So yeah, that won't stay, but at the moment right now, the Shadowland bosses have almost 3 times the health and damage. The BFA bosses have almost 2 times the health and damage. And it seems that everything else is untouched. So, like, it's really just Shadowlands and BFA that was affected. Also, Blizzard devs have formed a World of Warcraft Guild Makers Guild. So this is basically a union, and it's basically comprised of the employees from the art, design, engineering, production, sound, and quality assurance teams. And there's 60 quality assurance testers for various Blizzard games called Texas Blizzard QA United CWA. So this is actually the second largest union at Microsoft. The largest being the Activision 600 member QA union. And so a few things that they say they're gonna do. First, Microsoft will take a neutral approach when employees covered by the agreement express interest in joining a union. Second, covered employees will be able to easily exercise their right to communicate with other employees and union reps about the union membership in a way that encourages info sharing and avoids business disruptions. Third, the employees will have access to an innovative technology-supported and streamlined process for choosing whether to join a union. Fourth, the employees can maintain confidentiality and privacy of the choice if they wish. And fifth, if a disagreement arises between the CWA and Microsoft, under the agreement, the two organizations will work together promptly to reach an agreement and will turn to an expedited arbitration process if they cannot. The agreement does not impact the Activision workforce before the close of the transaction. You might be sitting back, it's like, whatever, I'll just let her ramble, this means nothing to me. But the reality is this could mean better things for WoW, it could mean better things for Diablo. So while it might not totally affect you, it's good to at least hope that it goes well, because if it goes well, it could mean better things for us in the end. So another thing we got was cross-realm guilds are available in the pre-patch, and also cross-realm trading. However, the cross-realm trading is temporarily disabled right now. Basically, it was causing the characters to like lock up. It was forcing players to either log out themselves or crash their game somehow. And yeah, it would give an error message saying a character with that name already exists. I've seen that error message many times over the past 10 years. The time I usually get that error message is when I'm way too quick at logging out and in to another character. I can be pretty speedy with that. So sometimes you need to give the system time to know what you're doing. But in this case, this is, obviously a more serious issue than that. Also, another thing, and I was doing this in stream. I'm still not done, though. There was a second part to it. But there is recolors to your Stormrider attire transmog. So basically, this would be available if you have at least the heroic edition of the War Within. You will be hitting up Kurdron Wildhammer. He's out in Valdrakken, so he's super easy to find. and he's going to have a quest for you to get the 3 recolor variants. Now, I thought it ended there, but there is actually another one. So basically, the first quest is for you to get 50 Storm Spirits. Very easy to do. However, I will say you got to be in current. You're not going to get them off old content or anything, so it has to be current kills that you're doing. And that one was really easy. I did it in the same stream that I had picked up the quest. At the end of that stream, because I left it, right? I thought I was done, so I was going to end in like an hour, but I was pretty far away from the hand-in, so I'm like, I'll hand it in last before I end stream, thinking that that was the end. And then I got another quest. So the first one's called the Stormrider Bond. That one's for the 50 Storm Spirits. And then after that, you'll get a Sacred Connection, which asks you to collect 500 of them. So you will get your Transmog sets, though, from the first one. So I'll show you here. So here are the sets that you get off the 50. So the Deep Stormrider attire, Champion Stormrider's attire, and the Shining Stormrider attire. And then when you're doing your 500, on completion of that, you get the Frenzied Stormrider attire, Sparking Stormrider attire, and then the Shocking Stormrider attire. And it ends. You're not going to get a quest for like 1,000 or something. Like that is completely the end. But yeah, 6 transmogs basically from doing that. So very easy, and you just go do what you'd normally be doing. You don't focus it, right? You just take the quest, and as you're doing stuff, you got a while to do it. On the topic of that, there is also 3 additional battle pets from the epic one. I have mentioned this one, but just a reminder, since sometimes I report things as soon as we know about them. Now it's available in the game. So for this one, what you're gonna do is you will summon Squally, and he will give you a quest called Griffin of a Feather. And that's going to take you to Kurdron Wildhammer, once again, the guy with the transmogs. And he'll kind of give you hints of where they're around. Flash is over in Waking Shore at Scalecracker Peak. Gale is Anaran Plains at Anaran's Roost. And Thundo is in Thaldrazis at Stormshroud Peak. So then you just find them, and then you'll get them as pets. So, Squally is, of course, the blue one, Flash is the red, Gale's purple, and Thundo is yellowish gold. And, so that's a few extra pets to add to your pet collection. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the current retail stuff. Just a couple of things for future stuff. There is a new Grrloc Mount that has been data mined. This is him right here. He's probably going to be an in-game shop mount, but we don't know yet. But yeah, so we should hear some more info on that, probably in the next couple of months. Or maybe it'll be a Twitch drop, who knows? Because we do have an upcoming Twitch drop. Blizzard hasn't made note of it yet, but a new expansion is right around the corner. If there was ever a time to do a Twitch drop, it's gonna be at the end of August. So yeah, I imagine we'll know more on that in a couple of weeks. Yes, right now it is speculation from me, but it's the time to do a Twitch drop, so it'll happen. Just they'll probably take them a couple of weeks to mention what it is. And, yeah. I don't know if they do another, sponsor one, like for Dragonflight. There was the Twitch drop, and then there also was a support a streamer one. I feel like if they were gonna do a support a streamer one, we'd know already, because it takes them time, because how that works is the streamers, unless you're super popular and just get it, most streamers have to actually opt into it and then get kind of approved and put on the list, and that takes time. You know, you need like a solid couple of weeks of that, but we're still like a month away, so like that could still be a thing. But in my head, I'm just kind of, I'm really just thinking there's a Twitch drop. But so this guy could be a Twitch drop. You never know. We will see. The biggest reason I'm kind of going the Twitch drop or a supporter streamer route with this one is because we've had a few already. Okay, so these are the two we have in game right now. This one came from a 1-year sub. And then this guy you could just purchase on the shop. So a part of me is just thinking there's no way they would make this new one the same source as those. So I think we can take out the possibility of a 1-year sub and an in-game mount. I don't think I've never seen them put like a similar mount on the store. Or yeah, I said in-game mount and in-store mount I meant to say. But yeah, there's never been a similarity there. So I totally think it's gonna be a Twitch drop. Yeah. But time will tell. And yeah, we'll just have to see. Either that or it's on the trading post in August. Yeah. I think it's definitely an August thing though. Like I think we will find out and we will be able to collect it in August. Yeah. Also in the War Within, the crafted gear will cap at 636 for the first season. And then the last thing I have for retail stuff is we got this video, so I thought we would watch it. So I am gonna play this video. Yeah, so this is the War Within official cinematic video. And they're calling it Shadows Beneath. Okay, guys, so just a couple of pieces of news regarding Classic, and they're both having to do with Season of Discovery. So there is a new Druid model. So basically, while wielding the Sulfuras Hand of Rag, it's kind of like the Fire Kitty, but it definitely looks different. You can tell it's a little different. And then on that note, since that requires a weapon, because we're at max level now for Season of Discovery, you can also go after your Priest and Hunter weapons. The Priest one, of course, being Benediction, and that one is Benediction is a healer weapon, but you can change it to Anathema. You can see there's a use on there, calls forth Anathema, and that's the DPS version. So cool for priests there. And then for hunters, you will have the Rokdalar. So that is, of course, a bow for the hunters, and then you'll be able to also acquire the best quiver that's in Classic, which is the Ancient Sinew Wrapped Lamina. As for how you get these items, you're going to go into Molten Core. Majidormo is going to drop the Eye of Divinity, which is for the priests, and also the Ancient Petrified Leaf, which is for the hunter. After that, you've got some work to do. It's a good chunk of time investment for the rest of the stuff. You'll be taking down some world bosses, tracking down demons, across the world, if you're a hunter, and then learning the balance of light and shadow if you're a priest. These are definitely notable quest lines. Like if you're looking to, be special in WoW more or less, these are quest lines you want to do. They are definitely worth some bragging points in the game. Okay, guys, so my goals and my accomplishments. So for WoW, I did hop into the pre-patch and did everything we could. Unfortunately, the Warband Bank has been down all week. So I'm sure it's still down as I'm doing the video. I'm sure it'll be up on Tuesday. They're probably going to need that reset day to, get everything in order. Speaking of that, servers are supposed to be down till 11 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday. So, it really shouldn't be like it was this past Tuesday. It's just an event, yeah. There was clearly some issues with them revamping everything this past week, but the event should be just the click of a button and boom, done. So, yeah. As for me, I'm going to show you right here. So my major goal this week was to catch up in my achievements for Myst of Pandaria. I have one achievement remaining, and I'm going to go do it after I do this video. It's really easy, but I'll show you the list. So we have, here's all the completed, but it's honestly easier if I filter it to what are we working on, and then you can see that quests is done. This is my one remaining thing. I'll show you my progress in a minute. Exploration is done. Exploration had a lot in it. That's basically what I worked on last night in stream. I'm recording this on Sunday though, so last night is actually Saturday. And then scenarios is done, dungeons, raids. Yeah, I even went in and did the mythic raid. So, pretty sure you get an achievement for that, but I can't remember. Would it be in... Yeah, it's a feat of strength. So yeah. Okay, cool. So you do get a title. I wasn't sure if I got anything for that. Things were moving so fast. I just didn't even look. I just was killing stuff. Yeah. But I totally plan on going back in for another round of that. because of the bones. So in my bags, we'll just search it. So I have 15 bones. You need 20 for the tusks of Manaroth, which I totally want to buy because I've never even thought of farming it in retail. So like I could just easily go buy it, not even bother farming it. And then because shit's kind of easy, originally I did not care about heirlooms, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think I can get into at least 2 or 3 more mythics. It does turn out that you can get the bones on heroic as well. I can't tell you about normal. Maybe there's a possibility. But I was collecting mine on mythic and my friend was collecting his on heroic. So I can confirm those two. But yeah, I'm not sure about the normal, if you're able to get the bones off of that. But, oh, actually, never mind. It says right there. Okay, it says earned by defeating Grrloc on normal or greater. Oh, is it only from Grrloc? How do I have so many? Huh. Okay, well, anyway, you know, we read it. We have the confirmation there, so you can get it on normal. So yeah, I'm probably gonna finish that because I almost have enough for the Manaroth, and yeah. And then the rep one, if we go back up here. Shadowpawn Assault. I'll show you. So that's this. I need like 2,000. Yeah, and that's really easy. You get 1,000 per kill, so I can go do 1 wing right now and knock it out. So, easy. So with that said, I've completed my major thing that I was after. I've had all the mounts for a while. I've got that on like day 2 when it first released. And the pets, you know, they're through achievements, so of course I've had them for a while. The toys, and yeah, so basically after I finished the achievements that I could do last night, I went and bought a bunch of transmogs and spent pretty much all my currency. And that's basically what I'm gonna do for the rest of the times that I play Mop Remix, is just gonna get whatever else transmogs that I can. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done, right? But I do like my transmogs. I do want that Manaroth now. You know, originally I didn't care, but, you know, I do want it now. So, yeah. And I spent 300,000 bronze last night buying transmogs, so I got a pretty good dent in it. And I did apply the add-on that tells you, because there's other transmogs too, it's not just vendor. So let's see where we're sitting for my add-on. I haven't brought it up. I have both of these add-ons. I want to ensure we have everything. Oh, okay. I like this one better. Let's minimize you. Okay, so this is the one I like. Yeah. Okay, so it's showing that I have all the mounts, showing 100%. I like how it tells you how much bronze you need. So I still need quite a bit of bronze. A little over 500,000. The toy that it's showing is the Horde only toy. There's a Horde toy that you need, so yeah. And then, of course, appearances. Yeah. So, yeah. I like this add-on. It's nice when you're a completionist, right? Weapons. The reason there's no currency showing on the weapons is because you don't buy them. So if we click on them, I do have a bunch of stuff in my mailbox too. I might have some more transmogs. But considering I haven't been focusing it at all, 43%'s not bad for someone who's just been looting whatever. So yeah. So anyway, long story short, that's kind of, you know, that is basically the rest of what I'm gonna do in Mop Remix. And it might be a couple of weeks before another Mop Remix stream happens, just because this week is gonna be the event. And yeah, so I'll put some Mop Remix back in after the event is done. And yeah, so that's been what this chickie's been up to this past week. So I've been pretty happy with my progress. Like I've, you know, if it were to end tomorrow, I'd be fine. You know, like I've got what I cared to get. I just, my number one thing was achievements. I just wanted all the achievements done. Yeah. Now, as far as in my world, in my real life, I bought the portable air conditioner. It is sitting downstairs waiting for me to haul it up the stairs because it is heavy. It is a heavy sucker, and now I gotta haul it up like 3 flights of stairs. So yeah, but I am gonna do that, and it was kind of perfect because over the weekend, it was like nice and windy and it was raining and it was not hot whatsoever. At least not in the house. And so it was kind of perfect. I was able to get away with like the fan just on low. And yeah, and right now it feels fucking hot. So it is a great day for it to actually be here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna set it up before I edit this video so that I can edit in a nice atmosphere. And then that way it'll also get set up before I gotta go to sleep. That way I can, you know, have a nice cool room to sleep in tonight. That's the major reason that I got it, because all these years I've been able to kind of suffer through it, but then I end up sleeping downstairs, you know? Like, yeah, my cats get my bed pretty much. Yeah, because it just would get too hot to sleep up here. So, yay. Because it's still in the box, I got nothing to show you, but this is record mode right now. When I'm in edit mode, I'll snap a picture of it. I'll have it on screen. You'll see what it looks like. And yeah, it should be decently, like, it should work perfectly. I just bought it basically more or less for my room, but I think I can cool the entire upstairs with it. It says 300 square feet, and I'm just, you know, it's like my room isn't 300 square feet, so I could probably get the upstairs more or less cool. So yay for that. I did contemplate whether I was gonna actually get it, because August is not as hot as July, but I knew deep down that August would still be hot and it would be worth it to purchase it. There was a lot of expensive purchases. I'm usually a stingy person when it comes to money, but this week or this month has been kind of pricey. Video's getting a little long, so I think we'll call it there. So streams are back. I did bring them back this week, and now with the portable air conditioner here, they're for sure back. We're good to go. And so I already have 2 streams scheduled in for next week. I will schedule some more. It's just I gotta schedule my next dentist appointment, and I don't know when I'm doing that or what time it's at. So I'm just making sure that I got that kind of figured out before I schedule a stream, just in case I have to not and just in case I have to cancel a stream because of it. So, so right now it's just Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm sure you'll see some more scheduled in later on. Anyway, that is it. I'm gonna go. It's getting hot. I want to go set up my portable AC. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Have fun in the new pre-patch. We have the full pre-patch now, as of Tuesday. So have fun in the new event, and we'll catch you later. Bye, guys.